Oh, and this goes long. Punched over but out of bounds. Point to MSU Denver, and they defeat the preseason ranked #1 team in all the nation in Nebraska, Kearney, 3-1. Despite having their fall season canceled due to COVID-19, the Roadrunner Volleyball team never relented and carried their resolve into the spring season, where they continued their dominance. They finished the spring with a 15-2 record. They defeated the preseason #1 ranked team in the nation, while also reaching the RMAC Tournament Championship for the 5th straight year.
It's exciting to get going again, to have a semi-normal year. You know, we'll still be facing COVID and having to get through that, but it's exciting to get our team back. You know, we returned almost our entire team from last year, and we added 4 new people.
COVID is a huge obstacle for every single athlete, and it was something that we had to take, and we had to figure out a way to go around it and go through it and, you know, change what we were doing a little bit, but I think it worked out in the end. I mean, we had a great spring season, and it worked out going into summer, and I'm excited for this fall, especially with the team we brought back.
Head coach Jenny Glenn loved what she saw in the spring and hopes to roll it over to the fall, where the RMAC and NCAA seasons seem to be back on a normal schedule.
We've become good at being flexible. We've become good at, no matter what obstacles are coming at us, that we can handle it and we can move forward.
I think we learned just how tough we are. I think we went to new limits and pushed ourselves a lot harder than normal because we had to, and I think that will help carry us into achieving our goals.
From a team that lost just 1 game in conference play in the spring, MSU Denver brings back 15 returners, and the expectations from a Jenny Glenn-led team has never been higher.
I would say the expectations have always been high, and they're no higher than we've experienced before. So I think having 15 returners back, we're all ready to come back and get to practicing and grinding, and I think we're all holding each other to a high level, but that's just what we expect out of this program.
I think the unity, we already have that unity as 15 of us, and so just adding a couple more players in there and getting that unity all together. We're treating some amazing attackers, passers, setters, like everything, so I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely notice it, you know, that some of our athletes, this was their 5th year in our program, the first time it's been that in a normal season. And so, you know, there is a lot of leadership, there's a lot of, they know how we do things, and there's a big force behind that.
The one player not returning for the Roadrunners is 2-time All-RMAC outside hitter Kayla White, who pounded out 663 kills in her 4 seasons. But the squad returns plenty of firepower heading into the 2021 campaign.
It's going to be hard for defense because we all have different abilities and different strengths in every player. I mean, none of us are the exact same, so if you're throwing in a person every single game that teams don't usually see, they're going to have to adjust really fast.
We have a really strong offense. You know, we've always have 6 attackers, you know, and 4 at a time coming at you, with 3 in the front row and 1 coming out of the back row. And I think that, you know, we're going to have that again, and we've added more to that arsenal even this year.
There will be experience coming back at every level of the floor, but it will take something off the court for this team to really take that next step.
I think it's just like that little extra sacrifice, that little extra push in practice, like when a drill is super hard and being like, okay, this drill is hard, but we're going to push harder to overcome that.
The best teams are the ones that are unified and that can rely on each other and fall back on each other. So I think that's a huge thing, not just on the court, but off the court when we're going about our daily lives, is checking up on one another.
5 RMAC tournament championship appearances and 5 seasons for Coach Glenn, but she is still looking to bring home that first trophy. Some coaches would leave that little footnote on the back burner, but not this squad. They are all about taking on adversity head on.
General known across the board with our entire team and coaches. You know, we don't really have to remind each other, I think, because we all want to win it so bad. And yeah, for me, it's been 3 years going there, and it's elusive. We've been there and still haven't gotten it. And so this last year is huge for everybody. Just we all want to make it, and we all obviously want to win, but we have to put in the work starting now.
You know, I think as a coach, you can go one way or the other on that. You don't talk about it, or you bring it into the light. And, you know, just like I said, the book we read was Win in the Dark. And one of the big things we want to do is not keep things in the dark. So when you bring it to the light, it's like you can deal with that. It doesn't have a hold over you or create fear. So we just talked about that this morning, actually. Let's talk about the things that have been eluding us, you know. Our MAC tournament championship, Elite 8 berth, like those are the things we want to do, and let's not be afraid to put them in the light. Let's not be afraid to go into the storm, right? Go toward those things instead of be afraid of the what if we do it or not.